to the 5th episode of CardStock, where we explore local food, events, and businesses in San Antonio. I'm Alejandra Ortiz.
And I'm Oscar Aguilar. We're so glad you're tuned in with us today. Let's take a look at some of the businesses that are serving our community.
It seems like there's always construction going on here in San Antonio, but despite a need for teams to oversee the development of many projects, the construction business is not an easy one to break into.
It can often be a struggle, but this is not to say it is impossible. Texas-based general contractor Structura Inc. achieved a breakthrough in the Alamo City, building a strong reputation for themselves in the construction industry. Here is more on their journey. San Antonio is a busy city, and as the population continues to grow, so does the amount of construction projects. Work is plenty here in the city, but so are the challenges. Structura Inc. general contractors based in Texas have pushed and worked through a lot to build a presence in San Antonio.
Well, when I joined Structura 7 years ago, Structura had only been in the San Antonio market for a little bit over a year, so they were still kind of the new kid on the block. It was still in the early development stages. There was really not the team was new. It was a new team. There was really not a set base of clients yet or partners, business partners. So it was, to some degree, it was a starting company, at least for the local business unit.
The company had done work for here in San Antonio, and the plan was always to open an office. We didn't have enough of a presence, so when they did make the decision yes, we're going to have a continued presence here in San Antonio. That's when I came around, and that's when they hired me.
The obstacles were plenty, but the team continued to press forward despite the competition for projects. Many efforts were made from project to project and within the community to build a presence for the company.
So one of the first projects we had was the iFly on I-10 and 1604.
The company's perseverance has yielded great results throughout their time in the city. They have been recognized as the quickest startup among a multitude of other achievements and awards.
I think I've been blessed to have worked in different cities in the United States, and I think one of San Antonio's forte is the community.
Structura is now approaching 20 years in business and slowly expanding to different areas in Texas. Their breakthrough here in San Antonio is a milestone for the company, inspiring teams and individuals trying to find their voice in their fields. Wow, that's impressive, and who knew that the construction industry could be so tough? But it's really motivating to hear how far they've come.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Very inspiring. And also, there's some lessons in there that we can apply to basically any area of our lives. Now for some real sweet news. One San Antonio resident has decided that store-bought cakes just aren't cutting it.
Let's step into the kitchen and see what Moniz is cooking.
No hacemos 20 pasteles al mismo tiempo, hacemos uno y luego otro. Entonces a cada uno de los pasteles le ponemos toda la atención debida para que esté bien hecho.
Meet Monica Chavarria. In 1996, Monica and her husband Cesar migrated from Mexico. They raised their 3 children in San Antonio, and while building a family proposed its own challenges, so did moving to another country.
Veníamos a otro país, sin idioma, a conocer una cultura muy diferente, pero con muchas ganas de salir adelante, muchas ganas de trabajar. Y quería yo ser mi dueña, o sea, de mi negocio. Yo quería ser mi propia jefa.
Monica studied private accounting in Mexico, but unfortunately, her degree wasn't valid in the United States. To help make ends meet, she decided to start a business of her own, Moni's Cakes.
Y decíamos, bueno, ¿qué puedes hacer? Y me dice, voy a hacer pasteles. Y a mí me surgió la duda porque pues nunca lo había hecho, no tenía experiencia, pero sí muchas ganas. Y más que nada, eso es lo que te saca adelante en cualquier situación.
After more than 20 years, Monica works from home, even converting their garage into a baking kitchen with the space for materials. Even with limited space, Moni's Cakes has found success serving up quality and delicious products for their customers. These goods include tres leches cakes, pina colada, and a wide range of decorated cakes for many occasions.
Si el pastel les gusta, si el pastel funciona, se va a vender solo y van llegando. Fue lo que me gustó mucho, que yo no tengo que andar busque. Sí, solos me llaman porque les gustó el pastel.
As the Mexican saying goes, it's a recipe from abuela. But not for Monica, whose greatest teacher was consistent practice and experimentation. The same can be said for Cesar, who helped the business grow by word of mouth at his former jobs.
No es lo que yo estudié, nunca soñé con hacer pasteles, pero siempre hay la mejor disponibilidad para aprender más y ayudarle mejor a ella.
Moni's Cakes is homemade but with a professional touch, whose taste often speaks for itself. Monica hopes to continue expanding her business, including adding a storefront to her home. But what pushes her to keep going?
Yo siempre he dicho que lo primero es que quieras hacerlo. Mi herramienta principal es el amor a mi trabajo, el amor a lo que hago y Diosito que siempre me tiene de pie.
Wow. Now, I don't know about you, Oscar, but that tres leches sure looks good.
Me personally, I prefer a good old slice of chocolate cake, but that tres leches was pretty good. If you want a slice for yourself, you can follow Moni on Instagram at moniscakes.sa and request a cake of your very own.
Well, there's more to explore in San Antonio, so stick around. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome back to CardStock. So far we've covered businesses that have left their mark on the city.
Whether it's constructing buildings or building cakes, the city of San Antonio is known for many things. But did you know that we're also like the heavy metal capital of the world?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, wow.
I did not know that either. And there's actually a local record store in the area that gives metalheads and music fans alike a place to shop and connect with the music community. Here's the story.
Hog Wild Records has been San Antonio's signature haven for indie and metal fans since 1982 and has become a community staple for many to visit. Over its 45 years of operation, the store has adapted by selling vinyl, cassettes, CDs, merchandise, and memorabilia of many genres.
There's a stereotype about the typical indie record store employee that's kind of snobbish, kind of thinks they know more about music than you do, wants to school you on music. So, you know, we have that here, and that I think just goes with the territory. It's similar to like a comic book store or baseball cards, you know, if it's a niche market, you always want to have employees who know.
Adding to their legacy, other famous artists like Flavor Flav of Public Enemy and Play from Kid and Play have visited over time. The store's ambience creates a space for customers to talk about the music they love or discover something that they have never heard before from employees.
I get to interact with people and we get to talk about music. You know, I get to learn things about stuff I didn't know before. Like, I know more about this metal band called Mayhem than I probably should. And that's because I like just talk to customers about stuff. Working there, I feel very tapped in. Like I feel like I know like who's up and coming, you know, music scene wise, or like what's happening, or what, like, oh, there's a new venue in town. Cool, let's go check it out, you know, or what they're gonna play there.
Before Hog Wild, San Antonio lacked a place where different genre artists or listeners could consume their music. The store offers a wide variety of music ranging from metal, new wave, punk rock, pop, country, and so much more. They carry all the artists that your local Target will never stock in.
There weren't any kinds of stores that sold alternative music, new wave music, those kinds of bands that weren't very popular. So it was the primary source in San Antonio for people who were looking for underground alternative music, underground heavy metal, punk rock, new wave, stuff like that, stuff that you couldn't find in the mall.
Hog Wild is not only a music store, but it's also a place where local artists can get their CDs and vinyl displayed right in front of the store. People who are looking to start a band or network with other people.
You could put up flyers, you could meet other people who were interested in putting together a band. A lot of local bands that went on to become famous would hang out here. The Butthole Surfers used to be here. Heavy metal band called S.A. Slayer, Watchtower, Juggernaut. There were a whole bunch of local bands. Fearless Iranians from Hell. You walk in some days, some mornings I walk in and it smells exactly the way it did 45 years ago when I first walked in.
After all these years, it still is going strong.
Wow. See, now I know where to go find my Ariana Grande records.
That's right. And you can find Hog Wild at the corner of North Main Avenue and East Dewey Plaza. Stop by and shop, or just come by to feel the vibe of the San Antonio music community.
And that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you've learned something new about our local businesses here in San Antonio.
Hopefully you decide to stop by a couple of these, and until next time, I'm Oscar Aguilar.
And I'm Alejandra Ortiz, and thank you for tuning in to CardStock.